Across the country, more people are riding trains and buses. Steadily rising gas prices have done what traffic congestion and long commutes have failed to do, turned more drivers into riders.
I have been riding MARTA probably for about 3 months straight because gas prices are really high. I'm trying to save money.
In Atlanta, the transit system saw a 7% jump in passengers in April compared to a year ago. From the Peach State to Dallas to San Francisco, mass transit systems see the same trend.
I think it's a necessity. I think there's really no way to get around these exorbitant prices without taking some kind of mass transit.
The American Public Transportation Association says use of public transit rose 2% in 2007. In just the first 3 months of this year, it increased 3% over the same period last year. At the same time, the number of miles Americans drive dropped slightly last year, the first time since 1980 that it hasn't increased. In March of this year, it dropped 4% compared to last year.
It's very tough right now. Yeah, with gas prices being about $4 a gallon, it does dig pretty deep into a person's pocket.
The transit agency in Dallas has plans to double the size of its rail system over the next 6 years, but that won't help with the crush of new passengers that's happening now. Like other systems, DART is encouraging people to ride a little earlier or a little later to avoid the busiest travel times.
We want to make sure that the current customers know that there's room for them and that the new customers have the information they need to make that decision to try and use us.
The solution isn't so easy here in the nation's capital, where transit officials predict that train capacity will reach the max in about 20 years.
We really need hundreds of millions of dollars if we're going to do things like have streetcars, if we're going to add more heavy rail, which is essentially subway.
The increased use of trains and buses actually takes money away from transit funding. Much of it comes from the gas tax. That leaves some agencies wondering how and if they can pay for more service. Matt Friedman, The Associated Press.